And as we settle in our practice, allowing the eyes to come closed or choosing to turn awareness downward, our vision downward with a soft gaze. And one of my favorite ways to begin practice is to simply open the senses. So we can softly open the eyes again and just notice 5 things, 5 objects that your attention goes to. You don't even have to name the objects, but just see that they're there. Simple objects that are right here, right now in this moment. And you might notice that you're really seeing something that's been there all along, but you're really seeing it this time with fresh eyes. And after finding 5 objects, letting your eye gaze turn down again, or letting your eyes close. And opening up the sense of hearing. Noticing 4 sounds, 4 different sounds. And again, we don't have to name it unless we choose to. We don't need to know what the sound is coming from. Just simply noticing, inviting the sound that's here now in this moment to simply flow through, to come and go. And then once we have found 4 sounds, perhaps sounds we've heard before, but never the same one twice. Every sound is distinct, is different. So opening up now our sense of touch, noticing 3 sensations on the skin or the outer body. Could be the flow of air on the face, perhaps noticing the temperature, hands resting in the lap. Sits bones as we find support beneath the body. And once we've found 3, moving our awareness now to our sense of smell, finding 2, perhaps different smells. Knowing that this sense organ is not nearly as developed as the other 3 that have been named. Unless smells are really concentrated and close by, we might just find neutral smells. And then bringing our attention to our sense of taste. It's noticing one taste, lingering breakfast or toothpaste, or perhaps it's simply neutral. And inviting all the senses to be open. An awareness that's vast, that it can include all of the windows to the body, where the outer world comes in and touches the body in some way. And we might notice that one of our senses is more easily accessible, or perhaps even pleasant to experience. And so whatever's coming through the windows of our sense doors, or our sense organs rather, it's always a wake up, always brings us into the present moment, to be with what is here now, what is arising in our awareness in this moment. And we'll shift our awareness to the breath, the rhythm of the body breathing. And we can notice how each and every breath is like pushing the refresh button option on our laptops. It's always available right here, right now. This fresh new breath that's never been here before until now. Observing the body breathing, watching the inhalation and how it moves the body, and how the exhalation moves the body differently. Each and every breath is an invitation to arrive right here to wake up to the very moment that's unfolding. And we might ask ourselves, why are we practicing? Why are we practicing meditation? And what is it practice for? And it can be helpful to remind ourselves, especially when self-doubt arises. Why am I doing this anyway? There's more important things to do. When we notice that the mind is doubting our practice, coming back again to why am I practicing? And what am I practicing for? It'd be very useful to return again to the desire to live our lives not stuck in the past, like a trap, stuck in regrets about decisions that we've made that are long past. All the while increasing our suffering. Or we might be stuck in our thoughts about the future, trapped in a web of anxieties, fears, thoughts of what we think is yet to come. All the while increasing our suffering. And so we practice for our daily lives, our activities, where there's more movement, where we're moving at a faster pace. And it may be more challenging to remember something that is not practiced well or not practiced frequently enough. And so as we settle a little more deeply into our practice without guidance from me, we can find our own chosen anchors that help to steady the mind and keep us present, whether it's the breath or body sensations or the comings and goings of sounds around us. Each time the mind strays away from our chosen anchor, and maybe your anchor is a mantra, a repeated word or phrase, and each time we notice that the mind has wandered, we come back right here, right now, to our anchor that brings us right here into this moment where we can experience the arising of life within the container of greater stillness, greater quiet. We might check in and see if we've gotten lost in the trance of thoughts about the past or the future. And the moment we're aware is the moment of awakening to call ourselves right back to the anchor of our choosing, breath, sounds, or sensations, to strengthen the returning home again to the heart, to the body, to this very moment, just exactly as it's arising. And we can notice how we respond. We can get to know the mind and its habits and patterns, and observe with curiosity as part of living an adult, mature life is growing, growing in wisdom, beginning with ourselves, getting to know ourselves more intimately. With open curiosity, we can notice what's arising now. And if we've been lost in thoughts, we can simply notice, where do we go? What are our habits of mind? So I'd like to share a quote that I'm not quite sure where it comes from. So I'm unable to give the author. And it's about, why do I meditate? An active meditation is actually an act of faith in your spirit, of faith in your own potential. Faith is the basis of meditation, not of faith in something outside of yourself, like a metaphysical Buddha or an unattainable ideal or someone else's words. The faith is in yourself, in your own Buddha nature. You too can be a Buddha, an awakened being that lives and responds in a wise, creative, and compassionate way. And we'll extend our practice into loving kindness, a metta meditation. We might bring a hand to the heart, or even both hands, and sense the touch of our own hands over the heart as a gesture of self-compassion, inviting any part of us that is experiencing suffering, any part of us that's struggling. May I be free of suffering. May I be healthy and strong. May I be safe from harm. May I abide in loving kindness. May I awaken to the present moment and be free. And adding any other loving kindness for yourself. Perhaps may you have faith in your own Buddha-like nature. And let's extend our metta to all beings everywhere. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be healthy and strong. May all beings be safe from harm. May all beings abide in the heart of loving kindness. And may all beings be free, awakened in the present moment. And may all beings know have faith in their own Buddha-like nature. And offering any last prayer, blessing, heartfelt wishes, metta, for all beings everywhere. Bringing our hands together, we can bow to our own hearts with gratitude for giving ourselves this time to practice, and bowing to each other as we practice in community. Namaste.
Namaste.
So we have a little bit of time